Hello. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. This is Namtro with Namtro Gaming. Um, I'm doing pretty good today. We got done doing a pretty decently long stream. It's about an 8-hour stream, like normal. Um, the only thing I would have to say is we were doing a giveaway this week, and that went really well. I had a lot of fun with that. Met a lot of new people, helped a lot of new people, helped some people that have been in the channel for quite a bit, and it was all good. I gave away around probably about 60 Exalteds worth of gear, probably even more than that even, to be honest. And, I don't really play Standard, so that's why I gave all that gear away. If I didn't give it away, it was just going to sit in my inventory and rot. So, yeah, that's why I did that. And I like helping new people, or helping people just in general. So, And then I also applied this new bot to my stream. This is about like the second week for the bot. It's called Deep Bot. It's actually kind of nice. It lets me give people in the channel these coins that they can use to bet or gamble away. They can use the coins to participate in our Saturdays, which is we do songs on Saturdays. Anyone who comes on the channel can request music, and then it requests it from YouTube. It goes into the channel, puts it in queue, and it plays from that queue until we have no more songs left, in which we've never really ran into that problem. In fact, our problem is by 3 a.m. I usually have enough songs to last me until 5. So, yeah. Which kind of sucks for people who just joined the channel and they kind of want to hear something from their own. So I'm still tinkering with numbers with that. But I feel like that's a pretty good night too. I mean, the problem with that system is, especially that I have the ability to let people skip songs. Some people who've been waiting a long time to hear their song. Eek. That's all I have to say about that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna bump it down to 2, so everyone can only do 2 songs at a time. So yeah, that's where we're at on that. Otherwise, I think everything else is going pretty good. We're gonna like focus on both Path and Arcade. I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing here for the next couple days. Like, I kind of want to play Arcade, but at the same time I do want to play Path. I want to get to a certain level in Path. I might actually play Arcade tonight. The reason is because the 30th, like, I'm just worried on between the 30th till whatever that on Arcade I just wouldn't really grow that much. And right now in Path it's really kind of hard for me to grow as well. And I'm just trying to find a good spot for me to grow. Because this is something I am pursuing. I'm pursuing this, doing this as a living, and to do that, I need to do specific things for myself sometimes. I need to do specific things for the channel sometimes, and then I need to do specific things for my viewers sometimes. What this would fall under is for the channel. Last night I streamed Path, even though I knew that I might not really get any followers at all, which is fine. That's not really that big of a deal. I went weeks without getting follows before, so even just getting a couple follows a day is usually fine for me. But it's just more for my morale. Like having a follower here and there is nice for my morale. It lets me know. It's like feedback. It's letting me know that I'm doing something right. And when you go a day without a follower, it feels like you're doing something wrong in a way. But the problem is we are still super small. We're not really we're still growing quite a bit. We just have to get there. It's just something we have to work on. So, and that's fine. I don't mind that. And like I said before, just like Rome wasn't built in a day, so neither are we. But so yeah, I've been working on the channel quite a bit and trying to come up with quality upgrades and stuff like that. I think the next thing I want to try to get eventually is a boom mic. I feel like a boom mic would be really good. So we stop using this little mic. My bird's really mad, so sorry about that. So yeah. Then the other thing I want to talk about too, which I think it's something that would behoove. There we go. There's the word I wanted. It would behoove everyone if they looked into this article. I'm actually going to put it inside of this YouTube video. I'm actually going to talk about it a little bit too. And what the article entails is there's Timmy, Johnny, and Spike. Kind of sounds silly, people's names or whatever. But basically, it just goes through a paradigm of people's mentalities with gaming. It doesn't even necessarily just apply to Magic the Gathering. It's just a Magic the Gathering article that I have found. Like, even before it was linked with Path, I knew about this article because I used to play a ton of Magic the Gathering. So I have found that this article has been very useful for any game that is about choice. It's very helpful of understanding other people's mentalities, and it gives you more of a reason of why people are being the way they are, or why people are the way they are. At least for me, it helps me like explain myself better. So me personally, I find that Timmy's are more of like the person who's very flashy. He likes doing the huge damage. He's like kind of a DPS enthusiast, but really he likes being flashy. He likes being just cool. So he's really worried about like doing cool things. So like microtransactions for the person to deck himself out to make him look cool. That's a Timmy. Somebody who's a DPS enthusiast could be considered a Timmy. Stuff like that. But then the next one I would have to say is Johnny. Johnny is more worried about being a unique snowflake. He wants to come up with his own ideas, come up with his own builds, come up with his own way of working through the game, and through that feel accomplished. And he likes trying to find his own combinations throughout the game. Then there's Spike. Spike, he is pretty worried about efficiency. He wants to get through the game as efficiently as possible. When he gets to endgame, he wants to farm as efficient as possible. And at that point, he also wants to make sure he wins as efficient as possible. He's usually the person that's either himself or somebody else will make a build. They will make it as efficient as they can. And they're more of like they play the game to win. To them, the game isn't fun unless they're there just winning all the time. Just complete win. So, if they die, they're not winning. If, they're not getting that item that they've been farming for an hour for, they're not winning. And, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just a mentality. And, and everyone has a little bit of all these inside them. Everyone has a little bit of, like, a Jimmy, a Spike, and a Timmy. Sometimes, though, the paradigm is a little more focused to one end of the side to the other, and there's hybrids of all of them, as you could see down here. And yeah, for me, I feel like I'm more of like a Johnny and a Spike. Johnny is very worried about making his own things, which I if you heard me earlier, I like making my own things. It it makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel like I did something right. If I follow somebody else's guide and do their guide, their build, it's just not my build, you know. So I just don't feel as good using theirs if I myself have not, tried to make my own version of the build. Um, Johnny's can still be about efficiency, and that's why I would say I'm more of a Johnny Spike, because I am worried about efficiency, but at the same time, I'm not going to go to the level of, you know, if it's not the if it's efficient enough to get through the game, get to end game, and have a decent clear time in maps, that's efficiency to me. I don't have to have the best clear times. I don't have to have the being able to two-shot Ziri. Like that's not me. I like being able to make a build that may or may not have the chance of doing it Ziri, but when it does do it Ziri, I'll feel really good about that because I came up with that myself. And that's just the person I am. Everyone else has their own mentalities. Some people are like, "Oh, that's stupid. Like, you're not playing efficiently. You're taking way more time than you need to do stuff. You could have made so much more currency because you wasted time making a build that every other person on this planet's made, and what are you doing?" And it's like, yeah, but me as a person, I don't feel good about it unless I've done it myself and I've made my own version of the build. So, I just I don't get that same feeling that other people get when they take somebody else's build and beat the game with it, and it's just it just doesn't do anything for me. So yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about it a little bit, kind of explaining why I am the way I am, as far as because there's people who like to try to give me like tips, help, and stuff like that. And as much as that I appreciate the sentiment, I like doing things my way. It's just how I am. There's not really other ways to put it. But yeah, as always, I do appreciate everyone checking out my YouTube, checking out my Twitch. It means a lot to me. Like, just any support is amazing. Just being here is support enough, as I always say. So yeah, I hope you guys all stay classy, stay safe, be kind, and thank you for watching this YouTube. You guys have a pleasant day.